Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. Today is April 30th, 2026, and a review of the docket in the matter styled as State of Idaho versus Brian C. Kohberger, the county case number CR012431665, reveals that nothing new has been published on the court docket since April 15th, 2026. On that day, Judge Stephen J. Hippler entered amended orders of restitution, a review of the current case summary page, which is the document maintained by the clerk of court to document key events in the case, reveal also that it has not been updated since then. What we were looking for today is any indication from Judge Hippler responding to the fireworks that have occurred out of court over the course of the past week that began when Christopher Whitcomb, author of Broken Plea, The Explosive Search for the Truth Behind the Idaho Livings, began making the rounds and gave a series of interviews asserting that he had access to documents under seal, to unredacted images, body cam footage that has never been released to the public regarding the investigation into the crimes at 1122 King Road, and ultimately of Brian C. Kohberger, the only person who has ever been arrested, charged, trial, and then on July 2nd, 2025, stood up in open court and pled guilty to the 5 very serious felonies that he had been charged with by operation of a Latah County grand jury indictment of May of 2023, to which he was about to stand trial for in a public courtroom before a jury of his peers. That guilty plea surprised many. The book was published and made available widely on April 28th, 2026. In it, he is arguing that there may have been overlooked exculpatory evidence, inconsistencies, and possibly a rush to judgment, despite Mr. Kohberger's plea of guilty. One of his sources that he named was Dr. Brent Turvey, who was a defense expert witness retained for trial purposes. On the day of the publication of the book, the defense team submitted a very rare press release on the case. It's only the second one that they have submitted. The first came last summer when they stated they would not be speaking about the case. This one was different. This one was directed toward Dr. Turvey, and it alleged wrongdoing, essentially in 2 ways by him. First, in violating an agreement that the defense alleged was in place that prohibited him from speaking out, that the public has not seen. And secondly, in alleging words to the effect that he violated a court order in doing so. Dr. Turvey responded by way of an interview that was published by the Idaho Statesman. Dr. Turvey is saying words to the effect that he is denying any and all wrongdoing and has gone so far as to urge the defense team to be more specific, and alleging that there would be an issue if they were more specific. The last time that there was a media explosion of information in this case of behind-the-scene materials occurred at about the time of the final pretrial conference back in May of 2025, when there still was a trial on the horizon. Judge Hippler was not pleased, to say the least. He held up a court order that would be issued later in the day, directed toward both sides, concerning a mass media event that showed what appeared to be items that were under seal, including the first ever seen video of suspect vehicle 1 that appeared to come from the 1112 camera. As of today, there is nothing on the public docket or on the case summary page indicating a notice of hearing, an order to show cause, or anything else from Judge Hippler. We're going to continue to monitor the situation and report on any further developments as they arise. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.